I wanted to loop back toward direct mail for a couple of sessions here because I haven't been talking about it. This is a really good one, I think. It's from a month ago, but I still thought it was excellent. Direct mail can ensure you are always compliant with GDPR. This is, yesterday we were talking about how only 30% or something of companies are compliant or think they are with the data side, but the communication side is much more difficult, I think, than the creative side or than the data side. Because the data is kind of sitting in your computer and nobody's going to bother you too much. But if you start sending inappropriate emails and you get one or two complaints, they can fine you millions of dollars or billions of dollars. Failing to adhere to the regulations can be catastrophic as financial penalties reach eye-watering levels. Right. And I decided, since I mainly do email, because it's easy, it's cheap, that I would just unsubscribe all my European subscribers. It wasn't that many. It was maybe 100. And I just unsubscribed them all. It was harder finding them than it was unsubscribing them. But, LinkedIn doesn't give you any way to segment, and it's just a shame. And I actually spent $400 to get address append on my emails, and I got so few it wasn't worth it at all. Okay, but here is the problem. Emails sent for marketing purposes must be of genuine interest and relevance. How in the world is that going to ever be true? How many emails do you get that are genuinely interesting? Period. How many of them can you delete without any worry at all? Right. And if you decide to open them, are they relevant to anything in the universe? Almost never. Right? Okay, so this is a conundrum because how do you contact potential customers where you don't have an opt-in, you have no prior connection with them, and you make sure it's of genuine interest and relevance? I mean, about the only thing would be like a catastrophic recall on your car, where you own the car and the wheels are going to fall off if they don't get in touch with you. And even then, email would be a poor choice because people would ignore it anyway. So you'd be better off mailing them a postcard, which is what usually the recalls are required to do. Okay, so furthermore, you say, well, we'll say if you buy our product, then you're automatically opting in. Nope, that's against the rules in GDPR. And California modeled their CCPA right after the GDPR. Lucky I'm here to get to say these so fluidly. Companies cannot make opt-in part of their standard licensing agreement. So how do you get in touch with people? Well, first of all, GDPR is less strict when it comes to using direct mail as a means of contact because it doesn't interfere with your life in the same way, right, as email. And it's an accepted communication vehicle probably for at least 2 centuries. Probably more than that. Okay, companies can use direct mail to contact potential customers. This is crucial right here. Potential customers. Okay? Even when they don't have opt-in. Crucial. Okay? And direct mail can be sent to customers every time emails are sent to those customers who have opted in. And you can, if you use an automated email provider, there's a lot of ways to do that. Okay? So customers who haven't opted in can be mailed, and potential customers or prospects can be mailed. Okay. Also, direct mail has 100% reach, and in this day and age of digital bombardment, direct mail also has the added advantage of not being digital at all. It's an old-fashioned and slightly vintage system in a time of technological advancement, and therein lies its inherent beauty. The millennials like to open their mail. They like to get mail. Okay, so that excellent article on the benefits of mail. Now, I would say that the caution is that you have a higher cost per piece by like 100 times, and so you better be a little careful. And that's another beauty of direct mail. People always called it junk mail, but the truth is, because it's relatively expensive, it wasn't nearly as junky as the phone solicitations I get now, which are basically have little or no cost, or the email, which has little or no cost. Because mail has a little bit of a cost, We don't send it out to everybody in the whole world at once, right? And that's the way it is. Okay. So, which brings me to what I wanted to get to yesterday, measuring catalog success in the digital age. Okay? The catalog's endured, often bringing in big numbers for mailers, helping the cause our millennials, whom recent studies have shown to be very fond of their niche-aimed catalogs. Most of the time, what we do is we evaluate ROAS, which is return on ad spend. Return on ad spend, right here. ROAS, a long time thing. Now, that's partly because we're in a context, and this guy's probably younger than I am, partly because today we're in a context where we don't know that much about cost of goods and overhead and real accounting. Okay? And so it's easier, and also Google might track you to a sale, but they won't track it to profitability. So if you're going to compare ad clicks, click through, and bounce rate and those things, you can get to some extent to return on ad sales. Same with Facebook. If you do Facebook ads and you sell on Facebook, you can get a return on ad sales. Now, see, in the old days, when the catalog was all there was, we knew exactly what our return on investment was, what our ROI was, what EBITDA was, all of that stuff. And so he says, well, this is what we're doing. Most of us are using ROAS. Yeah. And the problem is that when you use ROAS and you're only looking at return on ad spend, you're probably segmenting with RFM. And RFM will get you the most recent, most frequent buyers, and this forces the catalog marketers to drop less recent, less frequent customers from the list, which is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't mail them, they probably won't order. And, let's get rid of this myth that, but we're emailing them day and night anyway. It's not the same. Do holdout testing. I've done holdout testing year after year after year after year with clients because they were owned by somebody who didn't believe in mail. Okay? ROAS looks great, but the top line sales of the business remains flat. So that's why they want to drive you down to ROI. Okay? You want to know what incremental revenue is. You want to do the holdout test and want to know what return on investment is. So if you're spending 50 cents per book and you're getting back $2 or $3 of profit, you're getting a 400% return on investment. That's where you want to go. And that's basically what we're saying here. Paul is saying that. Very nice customer portfolio. And good point about RFM. It's hilarious in digital marketing now that they're starting to talk about RFM. RFM can ruin your company. And if you don't know why, go get my book, Spinning Straw into Gold. It's a lot of fun. A lot of pictures, big type. Not hard to read. I'm John Miglosh. Subscribe, like, and share. Have a great day.